Hi everyone, welcome to the new moon in Aries. I have our spread set up here. One day I will figure out how to get all of my cards on camera, I promise. I'm just tech stupid. I always set up my camera on photo mode and then change it to video at the last minute when I realize, oh yeah, it's not going to be the same. So really quickly, I clarified this one. I wanted to try to make a shorter reading but be really, more specific, more detailed. We'll see how fast I can talk. So from the Moon Oracles and Moon Manifestation deck, it is the new moon in Aries. So go for it. Now I warned you in my last reading for the full moon in Virgo that this time was coming. It's time to go for it. It's the new moon in Aries. Literally, a new start is coming. That's what the new moon is all about. And it's time to take action. One day I'll figure out the light. Oh, that looks much better, even though it's not as big. So, time to take action. A new start is coming. Whoops! And I can't show you that one because it just fell on the floor. But you get the idea, right? Be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon, which Aries is a cardinal sign. Also really quick, which I shouldn't do because I just said I wanted to make this as quick as possible. Last time, during the full moon in Virgo, I had talked about the lightning. Toward the end, I actually added it into my spread. And what I find super interesting is right now, at the new moon in Aries, we have 3 planets, as I speak, the Sun, the Moon, and Mercury, all in Aries. And we have 3 other planets in Aquarius, which is, what's in Aquarius right now? Venus, Mars, and Saturn. I don't know, don't quote me on it, but there's 3 planets in Aquarius and there's 3 planets, 3 celestial bodies in Aries. And what happens when you put a lot of air with a lot of fire? Lightning. Explosion, implosion, right? So I thought that was very interesting. And I wanted to point that out. So I feel like whatever that lightning was that I was feeling, and I just spoke with, and I've been feeling this for a while, like something's happening. Once again, I'm not here to, predict the future from my own intuition, whatever. I'm here to read you the cards today, but I've been feeling like something big was going to happen, and I just spoke to my cousin yesterday or the day before, and my cousin, whether he realizes it or not, is also psychic, and he said to me, I feel like something big is going to happen, but I don't know what. It feels good, but I don't know. And I mean, whenever my cousin or any of my super intuitive friends or relatives confirm something like that, I feel like, of course, if we're both thinking it, something's gonna happen. Well, okay. Channeling that Aries energy, right? So that's what I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna skip talking about Aries. Y'all should know what Aries is all about. I just read you those moon cards. That's what Aries is all about. Oddly enough, my Mercury is in Aries, and I don't feel super in my communicative element today. I actually feel a little scattered, and I guess we can talk about that. I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but so far this moon energy coming in today, which should be peaking about the time that this reading gets uploaded, this new moon. So far it's just making me feel scattered, making me feel like a mess. I've forgotten so many things today. I went out to dinner with one of my friends and I forgot so many important things that I wanted to bring with me. I didn't take my allergy pill, which if you watched any of my readings, I talk about my allergies every single time because it somehow affects me every single time. They're really bad. They just came out of nowhere and just keep getting worse. I never had allergies as a kid. Never had any problems really. But as an adult, I mean, a real adult too, like this didn't start till I was in my 30s. So anyway, I'm just a scatterbrain. I keep forgetting stuff, and even trying to set up this reading, I came back a million times. Like I didn't know my chapstick. I usually have chapstick here. Don't know where it is. What else did I forget? I forgot my water over there on my desk, which is, you can't see it. But I forgot my water twice. So anyway, we're all set up now. I have my water. I am using my own spread that I invented for this new moon. Oddly enough, the first card I got was the moon, and this is from the Tattoo Tarot. I don't have all the details of it. I do have the box hanging up on my wall behind me, but I'm not going to turn because I don't think I can see anything from here anyway. My eyesight isn't great. So I'm using the Tattoo Tarot, which I tried to resonate with Aries energy as much as possible. Many of the Aries I know have tattoos. You know, because Aries are such badasses, right? They think they are. So next, I clarified the hell out of this reading with the Modern Witch. A shout out to the Queen of Wands, who's, you know, the witch of the tarot. So, maybe you didn't know that. Now you do. So my first position is the Fool. Where do you need to take a leap of faith? Second position, the Emperor. Both cards of Aries, by the way. If you don't know that, the Fool and the Emperor are both Aries energy. So the Emperor is, where do you need to take control? What's something you need to take control of at this time? And down here, we have the Queen of Wands, how you can be more confident. And finally, we have the Tower, which is Mars energy. So that could be Scorpio as well. Some people refer to it as Scorpio more so than Aries, but it's Mars energy, so it's also Aries. So we have the Tower. What might you not see coming? And that's the spread. And at the end, when I'm done talking about it, I'm going to pull from Ciro Marchetti's Oracle of Visions, because this whole deck feels very fiery to me. I don't know about Aries specifically, but it does feel fiery to me, so we're going to use Marchetti. No idea what Marchetti's sun sign is, but if he's not a fiery person, I would be surprised. So, I'm just going to set that up really quick so that it's available to me. See, this is something I should have already done. I didn't do it because I'm scatterbrained. This new moon is making me stupid. Okay, so where do you need to take a leap of faith? Well, the card that came out was the moon. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, well, you need to take a leap of faith towards something that you are maybe scared of, right? Somewhere where you have some fear and uncertainty. And I clarified, I didn't want to waste too much time. Clarified, I got the Nine of Wands first. And as soon as I put this card down, I thought, one more time. So, with that said, and I'll get to the other ones that I used to clarify in a minute, I feel like, and I'm feeling like love, friendship, you know, relationships, we'll just blanket it, relationships, and possibly also career. I'm kind of back and forth. Strong love though, but for some of you it's probably a career thing. So, for those of you in love, I feel like you need to try something one more time. Whether that's a relationship with a specific person, could be a Pisces. This is Pisces energy for me. Could be a Cancer. Could be a water sign. I guess it could just be water energy in general, but I think Pisces. Some people say Cancer. Doesn't matter. It could be anybody. But you might be feeling scared or insecure or fearful. Maybe you're scared in general of love and you don't really feel up to it at this time. So if that's the case, I feel like you need to throw caution to the wind. Forget about your fears. Perhaps take a break. Take some time to rest. If you're worn out, maybe you just got out of a relationship, or maybe it just hasn't been long enough for you to recover from the last relationship. You know, no judgment. We've all been there. So maybe you need to take some time out still, or maybe you have. It's up to you where you're at in that journey. But whenever I see, first of all, whenever I see the Nine of Wands with the Ace of Wands, that's basically what that tells me. One more time. You use this time here. This is like a timeout. This is like where you go to like collect your thoughts. You put up the wands around you to protect you for a minute. You know, it's like going under the blanket for a minute to just chill, right? Until you're ready, because this is a card of perseverance. It's not a card of giving up. It's a card of just taking a break so that you can persevere and finish whatever it is you have to finish. And when I get the Ace of Wands with the Nine of Wands, that just reiterates that for me. So some of you need to use your best judgment. You maybe need to detach a little bit from your emotions and your fears, because those are probably getting in the way. You need to be a little more cool, a little more logical. Tap into your intellect if you still have some with this new moon going on. I don't. And just really think, you know, like in your intuition, which is also moon energy, I feel like you know what's right for you. You know what you're doing. You have the wisdom, you have the experience, and you need to remember that. You need to take this time out here to get into this, you know, King of Swords. Very mental, very intellectual, very cool, calm, collected, decisive, cutthroat. You just need to go for it. Maybe just numb out for a minute and go for it. Whether that's going on the date, whether that's making the phone call, sending the text, you know, joining the dating app, whatever it is, you need to go for it. That's what I have to say about that. Career-wise, I feel like this is either like you need to find, how do I put this? You need to find that spark within you that drove you to your career in the first place, because if this is about career, it could be. I feel like you're beat down, you're tired, you're sick of your job, and you need to really think it over. I mean, maybe you need to change jobs. I kind of see that coming up here potentially. And you'll know if you need to change. Go into whatever area of expertise that you have, tap into that. If you're not there now, go change. Get a new job. I know it sounds, you know, easier said than done, but who knows? And maybe you need to... King of Swords is a card of communication. So, like I said, maybe you need to send that text, make that phone call, send that email, put that resume out there. Same thing, right? Go toward your passion. And this is like once again, this is where you need to take a leap of faith. So you need to be a little crazy, right? The Fool. And it's funny because there are, to me, in my opinion, no offense, Aries, but there are two different kinds of Aries. I prefer the Emperor type of Aries, who I feel, to me, often feel more like Tauruses than actual Aries, and there's a reason for that astrologically, blah, blah, blah. I won't get into it because we're already 15 minutes in and I've only talked about one placement. But the Fool energy, unfortunately, I don't have the Rider-Waite out, but hopefully most of you are familiar with the Fool taking the leap of faith off the cliff, right? And the whole idea behind that is not to say he's stupid, though, you know, sometimes in a reading I would interpret it that way depending on the surrounding cards. The point is that the Fool has faith that he'll have a soft landing, so to speak. He has faith in God and the universe, whatever he believes in, whatever you believe in. You need to tap into that and take a risk. Take the leap of faith. Just go toward whatever you're passionate about is what I would say is the be-all, end-all here. And ignore the fear. Embrace the fear. Transmute the fear into adrenaline rather than debilitation, right? So, where do you need to take control? Well, Tattoo gave me the Lovers in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse. So, I can't help but think relationship here. There's some sort of connection I feel that you're in that is upside down. There's a lack of communication, nothing's moving, nothing's changing, because no one's doing anything. But I mean, we're talking about the Lovers, so this is, you know, if we're talking about a relationship, this is a soulmate connection. This is something, you know, meant for you. So I don't know what the problem is, but I feel like it needs to be fixed. You need to take control of the situation. And once again, I'll bounce back to career really quick. Like, if this is about your career, well, you're somewhere where you're not progressing. It's not aligned with who you are, who you want to be. There's something out of alignment here, and you know that. And it's stagnant. So once again, in either case, it's time for a change, and you should take control of this change. How? Well, remember your convictions. Remember what you stand for. Remember who you are. What do you believe in? You need to stand on that. You need to vocalize that. You need to, you know, balls up. Take action. And 10 of Cups. This is clarifying the 7 of Wands, by the way, because I wanted to know, well, what do you need to stand up for? More specifically, what do you need to stand up for? Well, what fulfills you? What is your happily ever after? What do you see as your total fulfillment? And what's missing from it? For some of you, this is about making a decision, about making a choice, the Lovers in reverse. You failed to make a choice, perhaps in the past. I'll just say this vaguely because it could go either way. You failed to make a choice, and now something's not happening for you. Sometimes the 8 of Wands, I mean, it can be communication. It can also be movement forward, progress, change, travel, but it can also be referred to sometimes as like Cupid's love arrows. So maybe you made a bad choice in the past, and now there are no arrows coming your way, right? Nothing's happening. For some of you, that's because you're not trying, because you're too afraid. But, yeah, you need to make a decision. Perhaps about what it is that makes you happy. What you see as your end game, so to speak, whether it be in a relationship, in your life in general, in your career. And you need to stand on that. You need to align yourself with that. Take actions that reflect that. Because the Lovers and the 8 of Wands shouldn't be in reverse. So you just take that and process that however it makes sense to you, but standing up for your convictions, for what you believe in, for what you know is right for you. That's what the 7 of Wands is all about. Knowing that you know. So, Queen of Wands. How can you be more confident at this time? Easy. 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands. 6 of Swords, leave the baggage behind. Leave all of this, all the murky, mucky fear and uncertainty, all the potentially drama, fighting, whatever. Leave it all behind. Go toward the sun. Turn your back on it. Six of Swords can also be a card of like making a sacrifice. So make whatever sacrifices you need to make to get to your fulfillment. Very similar to the Ten of Cups, right? What makes you happy? What is your ultimate? Sail toward it. Unfortunately, again, I don't have a different card. Usually there's a boat here. And the woman and her child are being guided. And there's a man who's, I don't know, call him whatever you want. Maybe he's with them, maybe he's just the guide, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. So there's a woman, a child, and a man pushing the boat along. And you can see they don't have much of anything in the boat. They're just making the sacrifice to leave whatever was behind them and going towards something better. So, Six of Wands. It's a card of victory, card of success, card of being, seen on your high horse, taking your accolades, soaking up the sun. But it's also a card of ignoring the haters. Because, once again, I wish I had a better depiction of this, but I'll just tell you, and there's almost always, when there's people on cards. I got it right here. This is more so what the Six of Wands usually looks like. A lady on her high horse. And there's usually a person here in the back who's kind of like scowling, right? That's a throw to like the evil eye. The haters, as I'll call them. And it's all about ignoring the haters. Because who's on the horse? Who's on the horse? It's upside down. Who's on the horse? You. Who cares what this person here thinks? Who cares? Ignore the haters. Clarified it with the King of Cups. King of Cups, he sits on his throne. He maintains his stability. He keeps his emotions in check, regardless of what is going on here. The water is usually choppy on the King of Cups, but he's cool, right? He's fine. He's got his cup. I love this one especially because he looks super cool, like super chill. But yeah, regardless of what's going on around you, doesn't matter. Keep yourself cool. That's exactly what that's about. Don't listen to what outsiders say. Go toward your happiness. We don't care. We don't care. Nobody talking about anybody else has anything going on that you need to pay attention to. That's just my personal thought on hater energy and gossipers and all that. I mean, it's such garbage energy. And the last thing you want to do is let somebody rock your boat because they are insecure or they have their own mental issues, okay? It has nothing to do with you. Nothing anybody else is doing that's toxic has to have anything to do with you. Ignore that. So, what you might not see coming, if this helps you feel Six of Wands, successful, victorious, the Hierophant. Now, for some of you, I think this is a promotion, and I think this is a promotion that you've competed hard for. I think you've fought for this. And then the Death card, I mean, there's something changing. Maybe the person whose job you're taking is dying. I don't know. But more so, I just feel like this is moving from Five of Wands, change, to the Six of Wands. So something's changing, giving you victory. And I think it might have been a long time coming because we do have the Five of Wands. So it might have been a lot of competition. There might have been a lot of waiting around for it because the Three of Wands did pop out at some point and I just threw it back. But it was there. So you might have been waiting for this a long time. But here it is. This is either a promotion or some sort of commitment. That's what I feel. So for some of you, at least one of you, there's some sort of relationship here that is upside down. I don't know why. I think somebody failed to make a decision, failed to make a choice, or they made a wrong choice. And for somebody out there, you need to fix it. Not stop being so afraid, because the energy is here for you to have a new opportunity, a fresh new beginning. And here it is again, another ace. And I mean, the Hierophant, aside from being a commitment or a promotion, is about similar for me to the Lovers. And that's like knowing your principles, knowing your morals and beliefs and what you stand for, and aligning with that. So I don't know if that is relevant at all, but I do feel for at least one of you, you're moving in a relationship from a time of fighting and drama and chaos, and that's transforming to a victory, to some sort of tangible, new, real-life opportunity, which I feel is going to be commitment for somebody. That's super exciting. But for others, it could just be a new opportunity, a fresh start, a more, grounded starting point. Let's put it that way. I don't want to tell all of you, like, you're getting married, because, I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but definitely for somebody, this is like a proposal. Okay. Let's see what Chiro has to say for the new moon in Aries. Yeah? All right. As usual, I need room. All right, for the new moon in Aries, for the collective, the new moon in Aries. I'm not taking all of those. Whoop. Sorry guys, I know I already spent 28 minutes. Now you have to watch me drop cards all over the floor. There we go. Ooh, interesting. I like the symbolism. Oh, okay. I'm excited to read this. We have a clock. There's nothing on this telling me what this is about, so I'm going to have to find it in the book. Messages. Deadlines. Anticipation. See? Anticipation. I didn't want to necessarily make anybody anticipate anything in particular, but waiting. See? All my life, I've been waiting for my life to begin, as if somehow my life was ahead of me, and that someday I would arrive at it. Cameron Manheim. Who's Cameron Manheim? I feel like I know who that is, but I can't picture. Okay, anyway, I wish I could get this more close without any glare. Can you guys see this? The symbolism is awesome. It's card number 51. There, that's kind of good, right? I just want you to like take it in, pause it, and look at this card and look at all the cool symbolism. There's a cat, there's a phone, there's a letter coming in from a bird, it's on a string, there's this clock here, and she definitely looks like she's been waiting. The full moon's outside, there's flowers, looks like there's a little card. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. Card number 51. I already read that part, so we're going to move on to what it says. Waiting for a message to arrive. Here you go. 8 of Wands, no communication. Can bring anxiety, fear, hope, good news or bad news, acceptance or rejection. A ticking clock counts down the time remaining. A young woman has been waiting anxiously, and the sleeping dog, oh, it's a dog? It looks like a cat to me. The sleeping dog suggests she has done so for some time. The phone is silent. The bouquet of roses suggests a previous response was received, but from whom? The same sender or someone else? Either way, the anticipated answer finally arrives, but by now the clock indicates that the hour is past. Oh yeah, it's past midnight. Just in time or too late? Do I have any cards of timing here? Well, death. Death, I guess. This could be fighting against an ending. You could be battling the clock here. The moon, moon runs in cycles. The moon involves time, right? Nine of Wands, this could be like your last chance sort of thing. Anyway, just in time or too late. The process of waiting for a response isn't merely one of passing the time patiently. The immediacy or tardiness of the response may also provide some insight beyond the message itself. A deadline imposed may be tied to a condition or ultimatum. Is there flexibility, or has the opportunity been lost? Well, I'm going to give you a little inside information here. 2 aces. There's still a chance. And that's what I got for you guys. There's still a chance. So, it's time to take action. You better move. I'll see you next time.